This video is about George's first ever visit to the Hurtgen Forest, where one of the least known battles of World War II took place.
The ceasefire at Cal Bridge. Across this way, the Cal Trail, troops of the 28th US Infantry Division pushed forward at the beginning of November 1944 to capture the village of Schmidt. After a few days, the so-called Allersellenschlacht resulted in a disaster for the Americans. As surviving American troops tried to retreat across this bridge in Vosnach, great parts of the Cal Valley were already cut off by the Germans. From November the 7th to the 12th, the German regimental doctor, Captain Dr. Gunther Stuttgart, managed to negotiate an official ceasefire with the Americans here at the Cal Bridge in order to attend to the wounded on both sides. In this way, the lives of many GIs could be saved by German paramedics. After the war, Dr. Stuttgart was honoured by the governor of the state of Pennsylvania for this act of humanity. This incident at the Cal Bridge is documented for the Museum of the National Guard on a painting entitled A Time for Healing. On the Cal Trail's upper part there still remains of the American casualty station depicted on this painting. A replica of that painting is placed at a peace museum in Vosnach. This sculpture, created by Malcolm Pullman, recalls a moment of humanity amidst the horrors of war. It officially dedicated on the 60th anniversary of the ceasefire on Cal Bridge, November the 7th, 2004. That is amazing. It's lovely that.
And George, you're walking in the tracks where Sherman tanks, Weasel troop carriers all went up here, and when you get round the corner at the top, just turn a few couple of turns, you will see something that's really spectacular.
So when I get to the top, I'll
We turn the next corner, and then we turn another corner, and that's as far as we're going on this side. There's something to see.
I can tell they've put new stuff on.
So just imagine big tanks trying to get up this road.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Then the German jumps out with a bazooka, or a Panzerkauf they're called then, and it blasts the tank and it blocks the road. So they just towed it out of the way and pushed it over the side.
With the big one. I almost went then. Oh, up there. How much miles does Hurtgen go for?
Like you're looking for something.
This is a long walk, isn't it, Grandad?
It is, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
A bit of history up here is amazing.
Can you put it
I'm just
down
going to
the
wonder
outside?
if you notice.
Oh, I see that. I found it. Yeah. Mama, we found it. And the weasel tank.
What was the weasel used for? It wasn't a tank, was it?
I mean, transport weasel.
Yeah, for the injured, for ammunition, for food. But the Sherman track, obviously what's happened with this Sherman's been hit by a mine, and the track's come off and rolled out along the trail, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Just touch it, it's rubber. Sherman's had rubber tracks.
It feels like stone.
They had metal ones, and when it coming through and it was really cold, they were sliding on all the ice.
So they get rubber ones.
So just picture them going up the hill behind you, George. Just go to that point there.
This way. The end of the tracks.
The rumour is though that the farmer laid the tracks down because his own vehicles kept slipping when it was frosty. But we will do this another time, another holiday. We'll walk the whole route. So you're a wounded American soldier who's been shot in the leg and his arm, he can hardly walk, and he's stumbling back down here. He's got to get to the bottom part of the bridge, and then he's got to get up to the other side, but if you don't follow the path, he sprints away. He climbs straight up to all of that. He climbs straight up and he's still being shot at by the Germans, and he's injured and he's tired and he's hungry and he's cold. So you're that American soldier now trying to find his way down without being spotted by the Germans again.
Can throw stone in the river. Try to be a spy. Can I go down? That field next to you has probably got so many artefacts, it'd be unbelievable. Hundreds of artefacts in there. Like everything on the ground. Yeah, maybe even the odd German soldier. Now that looks electric, doesn't it? Yeah. Should I throw a stick at it? I mean my gun. Should I? No. Why? It might go off and the cow might get out.
Oh, the medal. The gold for the feeling.
That's the American on the left hand side and the German on the right hand side, showing his documents. And look what he's eating, George. You're right.
Raw lemons.
And sardines. Looks like, no, the rations that I have.
Grandad, I see something down that hallway.
Come on down.
Oh, like this. Hello, hello. Yes, yes.
She'd be shocked if somebody said hello back to her, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Hey?
Feel like maybe it is. This is how the. Hello, hello. Oh, the actual one you talked to. Oh. George, come here.
What's she like? George is being careful not to touch things. You're supposed to do that. Such a bloody fidget. You can't leave out alone, can you? I know.
Grandma. Attention. Attention.
Grandma.
Oh,
Grandma's looking at Grandma like she thinks Grandma's mad.
Grandma, come on.
Oh, look at all his possessions here.
I know.
Shot dead.
I know. I've looked in it.
But he was shooting people out the hole in the bunker.
Oh dear. Oh, look at the rations here. Tin of corned beef.
He's a prisoner.
Is he? No. Oh, he is. He's a German prisoner.
In the American...
He's got a chewing gum in his mouth because they all chew chewing gum.
Grandma,
But we're in the German bunker.
There's something really cool.
The Americans captured this German bunker. And he's so sat there showing his papers.
Oh, and this is the communication, what's it called, transmitter?
For radio, yeah, for Germans.
Shot dog.
Just a touch.
I have to fit loose it, see? And
If she breaks it, it's lasted all these years from the war, and Grandma, Carol Jackson, will come and break everything. Let's go then, George.
Grandma, come
Go
up
on,
here.
let's go
It's
then.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, this is my best room, isn't it?
This was made after the war, I can tell, because it says 1945.
Yeah, it's a sculpture. What's it made out of, George?
Shell holes.
Shrapnel, shells, bullets. Every bit of it, barbed wire. Look down the bottom.
Is it covered by a piece of glass? Is all the food they had?
That's what all supplies. That's the K rations. There's toothpaste.
Sardines.
It's the sardines there.
Because I know they ate canned food, so they probably ate sardines.
Almost certainly. We'll have to look at what was in the K rations, won't we?
Toothpaste. Grandma, come on. Come on, Grandma.
Grandma's taking it all in.
Granddad.
Just hang on.
50 caliber.
Look at these, George. Look at these bullets here. What they there, and you know, it's one of them.
Machine gun.
Yeah.
That's a 50 caliber.
It's like, oh, look at this, George. Look.
Grandma.
Wood. Look at all them trenches there. And he's a doctor. Can you see it? Can you see all there? And that must be the bunker we've not seen.
It could be the buried bunker. Yeah, it's
Can you see it? And
no,
they've dug
no,
it out.
that's a trench we saw yesterday when we saw that bunker.
That's right. That's amazing. Look at what they'd have to travel all the kits in.
I can tell these. I'm thinking that's destroyed from
See all the morphine
Check it.
capsules and everything they've got here. They carry.
They've even got missiles. Are those missiles?
They're mortars.
Why do they look like missiles?
Well, I suppose in a way they are missiles. They fly through the air, don't
Granddad,
they? Yeah.
don't touch that, it's sharp. Granddad.
This was used for storage, ammunition, food,
Communication.
gas. Yeah, and so it might be very sorry. Or you really can think about that if the K company went into the western forest, that they used this part here of the forest to hide themselves.
Yeah.
But on the and maybe they already reached this bunkers, but on from this side, the 89 Infantry Division part out of 1055
Missiles.
Not think
no
dynamite,
missile
George.
in that time. No missiles.
Go on.
Put water inside, a lot of water, they closed all the doors and all the windows, and then put water in it, and then a little bit of explosives, because the water gives so much pressure that then the whole construction
Right, I didn't
went
know.
down.
I can tell there was animals in there.
Yeah,
It's like somebody's cooking there.
yeah, dead animals, and here's some
Dead sheep.
iron.
Oh no, that's not a sheep. Look at that one there, George.
We should have put your long pants on, Georgie.
Well-
It's the only place, so
Yeah. Okay.
we will survive.
I know
He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine.
I just got a twig in my eye.
We are now here. We took this road here, and we are now here in the forest. Yeah, hereby. So, and the cake company, you see, this was cake company on 3rd of November. They took this road, and then they dig in here in this area. But when the Germans counterattacked on the 4th of November, then they went into the west, in the forest in the west. This is this, and they get lost. But all the other guys, they went back to Kommerscheid, and that is where we are now going. And we will see some memorials and some foxholes and so on.
Right.
Okay.
We're looking forward to having you, George. Brilliant.
Look out.
And this was just found here. See?
You see it, George? I'll have a look at it now.
And I asked him, did he survive the war?
Yeah, yeah.
And he said yes.
No.
And I said no. He said, to my knowledge, every officer of those 3 companies was
Died.
killed in the battle for Schmidt. And he said no, not my
What's
father,
that red
not
stuff?
my grandfather.
The play area down there, we parked just there, but then we set off into the water about up to
This
there.
way. We came this way, George.
And we came this way
Over the bridge.
over the bridge, and then we just found tank tracks.
But what I couldn't remember
round there.
was how the mill changed hands as part of the battle of the cow. In the cow.
Definitely it did change hands. So Germans and US soldiers did use them as commanding post and as first aid.
Right.
position. And you know the story about Dr. Hurtgen, who managed
The truce. Yeah.
to create a
Ceasefire.
ceasefire agreement, so that both sides, Germans and Americans, could treat their soldiers at the same time at the same spot. That was really neat.
Yeah, that was unique, wasn't it?
Yes.
We forgot to look. I forgot to show them the picture in the museum yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually saved it and improved it a bit in Photoshop and.
Yeah. And spot where General Galvin was standing on 6th of February 1945.
80 years ago then.
Not exactly 79, but anyway, so he got the task to attack Schmidt in February 1945. So that was the second time when Schmidt was attacked. And when he came here, what did you think? What did he see here on this field?
Artillery.
Very difficult to imagine. But when the battle in November got lost and all the Americans were running away from Kommerscheid and the Germans were firing on them, so a lot of them did fall down here on that field. So when he
They
was
died on
looking
this
on the field, all the field was full of dead American bodies.
Wow.
And this was still the dead bodies that had fallen down in November 1944. So they were lying here for several months.
Wow, before anybody came and saw what
And
would happen.
when he saw this, he ordered that all the dead bodies had to be buried here at this spot. So every soldier was buried on the same place where he had fallen.
And they're still there today?
No. And
Right.
this is why this is called Galvin's Field, because he did order that. And in 1946, there was an American company coming, and they were searching. They had made sketches where they had buried them, and they were searching for them, and they repatriated. But got renewed, but
Same amount of houses.
yeah. So the Germans were sitting on top of the hill, and the Americans were running around to come to this forest where the sea company had digged in.
Ah.
So this was the last line of defense here. And the Germans shoot on the American, and a lot of them died here.
I'm not. So what's the field called again?
Yeah, Galvin's Field.
Galvin's.
Yeah,
So what are you looking for, George?
Foxhole.
From
80 years.
80 years ago. And was it L or I company? Yeah. C company. C company. Yeah.
Is that a German company?
No, it's the
American?
yeah
Did they
of the
promise them
112. Pardon?
two? Did they promise them two?
I don't know. What you,
Company.
yeah. Well, there was a few companies, but it was Cakeman that disappeared. George, what's that?
Foxhole.
What's next to it?
Another foxhole.
What's to your right? Look over there.
A foxhole.
Right.
You know the difference between a German foxhole and an American foxhole?
No.
So the American foxholes are usually oval, and it's the size is that two soldiers can be in one hole together. And the Germans is always round, and there's only place for one soldier.
Ah.
So
just
this is American,
different-
that's American.
yeah,
Yes.
different
But that could
tactics.
be German
Mhm.
because I've not had a proper look at it.
Ah, now you know.
Excellent, George.
It's the
Big enough for you.
The two Georges.
because I've got fat legs.
You haven't got fat legs, you got chunky legs.
I'll keep going.
I think I see a foxhole from here.
Yep, there's one there.
There's one here.
And George, we'll come. Let's get behind. We'll have a look on the way back. Come, or we'll get lost. Don't run.
Another one.
I don't want to fall in there.
Yeah.
But imagine that they.
Is it okay for you to go down
I'll
here?
wait
Yeah.
here.
But we can also go this way.
Oh yeah, I'll make
Are
it
you
down
okay
here and
down
go
there?
down. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
okay?
Very birthday.
Oh yeah, that's soon, isn't it?
I'm turning 8 in October.
See the boys.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
So do you go over to America frequently?
yes, 2 or 3 times a year,
Ah,
and
right,
the
and they
boys,
come
the
back
boys
home.
also came back. But anyway, it's if
That's
you
it.
can,
Oh, I've seen that. We saw that in the other museum.
We
didn't
did,
Oh,
we?
look
yeah.
at that, yeah.
you can put the barbed wire.
The
in
barbed
it.
wire.
This is from a German tank.
I thought that
Ju-
was from a Sherman.
No, the show had
No.
rubber tracks, didn't it?
That had metal tracks.
It's a tank.
So what's that there? What's that for? Those.
This is all part of this. You
Yeah,
mean this?
yes.
Part of a chain.
Ah, right,
Of a
for the
tank chain.
tank chain.
I see also
But this really that's
a parts are
there's
going
no
to stand
system.
there.
No,
Are
they
those like
need, yeah,
parts
yeah.
of
Bad,
guns?
yeah.
Are those
It'd
like-
need a good couple of weeks to go
Is
through.
that a part of a gun?
Yes, it
Yes,
looks like it.
people did bring the
Bring
stuff
to him,
okay,
yeah.
and he collected it. So, but when he died, then they tried to give this all to the museum in Vossenach.
Right. This is a really special monument, George. This is where a German officer lost his life going in to aid an American soldier lying wounded in the battlefield. He went out there, he was there listening for overnight, and this soldier was crying out for help, for a medic. No help was coming, and so he went out there, the German officer, and on going out to help, he stood on a mine and was killed. So later on, the Americans actually paid for this monument, which was erected, I think, in 2004. Oh no, 1994. Some years after the battle. They were made on situ by concrete, really deep. We blow them up. Right, go.
There's tank traps.
To stop the tanks. This is the West Wall, or the Siegfried Line.
This is West
That
Wall.
went all the way from Holland to Switzerland.
Medical trench on this trench.
So you reckon that's... do you think it's a German defensive trench?
No, because this close to the bunker.
Well, yeah, so it was outside the bunker, so it had German soldiers in protecting the bunker, I think.
Wow, have you looked up at the trees? These trees was like babies when the Germans was there.
Granddad, shine it up to the trees. See how tall the trees are?
Wow. Yeah. Look how defence it got.
Then, this decent.
Well, go in first, see how deep it is. I reckon that was probably machine gun topsoil.
Cover thing. They'll probably shoot behind her.
I think you're right there, matey.
Yeah.
Bunkers.
You've nearly found a foxhole.
Wow.
Yeah, I see a foxhole. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that. Yeah. That's a deep one. That's a deep one. Foxholes.
You're going to go in it, George?
What?
Go in it, go on.
But there could be like an actual shift.
No, there isn't. So that looks like maybe 2 or 3 soldiers had that one.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, say that. Go on, tell us about it.
Metal detecting camera.
Unauthorised, isn't it? It's illegal. People come in looking for artefacts.
Oh, we're doing that tomorrow.
Well, we're not digging artefacts up, we're looking for artefacts.
We could find like a grenade that's unexploded but safe now.
You find them where people have done this here and they don't want all the rubbish, so they leave it around, so that's when you find artefacts that other people don't want that aren't worth anything. Just to take back to school.
Let me see. Cause maybe they.
If you lift it with your stick, because sometimes you might find the odd snake knocking around in these woods.
The metal detector's been all the way down here.
Yeah, they come out at night.
Oh, there's bullet holes in them.
I think that is
2 bullet holes.
definitely wartime. It's heavy, isn't it? Right, looks.
Well, where are we going? Never, don't tell me about that